The first step of coloring our clay Picasso portrait is going to be painting our portraits black. Now we are going to be adding color to our portrait, but to make those colors really pop, we're going to be starting with a black background instead of just the white background of the clay. So I'm going to very, very carefully remove the lid of my black paint without breaking it. And I'm just going to dip the very tip of my paintbrush into the paint and start painting that on top of the clay. Make sure that you are not getting paint all the way up on the silver part of your brush. You only need to dip the very tip of the bristles. Now this is pretty easy since the whole thing is just going to be black. We don't really have to worry about staying inside the lines of different shapes or anything like that. But one thing that you do have to worry about is getting down in the cracks. Since our clay is three-dimensional and it has texture, you're going to have to really sort of tap and wiggle your brush down in all of these recessed areas. That means areas that are down a little bit deeper down below. That way there is no white space left. So it actually does take a little bit longer than you might think. So I'm going to just tap this down in all the cracks the best I can. And I'm going to make sure that I get the sides of all of my shapes too. The only place that we don't need to paint is the very back. But we do want to get the top and the side edges of your project. So I'm just going to keep on going, tapping my brush down until there is no more white space left. As I'm painting, I'm being extra careful not to scrub my brush hard on the clay. We never want to scrub our paintbrush, but especially on that rough clay, it will really hurt the bristles if I scrub it too hard. So I'm being very, very gentle. I'm also making sure that I'm turning my clay project so that I can see it from all angles and make sure that I don't miss any spots. When you are sure that you have covered as many of the white areas as you possibly can, then we're going to leave our portrait to dry so that we can add color later.